Hi everyone, so I just thought I'd pop on and do a quick video of a redesign that I've done. So this client came to me and it's been over 4 weeks since the previous set. So we are just removing the last set and doing a completely different design this time. So you'll see me whizzing off all the previous design and previous coloured acrylic, and then you'll see some shaping and some of the prep. I'll just go through all the products that I use as and when. So right now I'm using my Saeyang K38 efile with the Kuku nails special edition number 2 bit. This is my favourite bit. I find that it gets right back down a lot quicker than everything that I've used previously. I'm really enjoying it. I'm just going to let you watch me getting back to that clear base, and then I'll jump back on when we move on to the next step. So I'm just prepping the nail, getting it nice and etched, removing all of the lifting. I do this with my NSI Durafile. I love these files for anything on the nail plate. I personally use a metal file board for all my shaping. I find it gives it a crisper shape. But I tend to use a 150 grit file on the natural nail. I find that it works best for me. It etches it correctly. So yeah, so that's just what I'm going to do now. And then next you'll see some shaping. So I'm quite backwards with how I do my shaping. I know a lot of people have the client's hand flat. I just find that I'm seeing it from their view, so I prefer to do it this way around. I wouldn't usually use my cuticle nippers to trim them down, but as it had been so long since a previous set was done, there were quite a lot that needed taking down. I know a lot of people prefer to do all your shaping either before you remove the previous acrylic and design, or after you've completed this, when you're finishing off the set. I just prefer to do it now. I find that I don't use too much product. I find that it's really quick and easy, and I'm really light-handed with how I file. It doesn't look it on this just because I've sped it up, but I'm quite light-handed, so I don't tend to get any breaks or snaps when I'm doing it. So now all the prep is done, I'm just going on to dehydrate all the nail beds, and then I'll go on to primer. So really you can use any dehydrator you'd like to, but here I am using this CXC acid-free primer. This is the best that I've found so far. I don't tend to get any clients that struggle with a lot of lifting anymore. So here I'm going on to putting down my clear base again using the CXC monomer and the cover powder crystal, which is just clear. I always put down a clear base. I find that it helps prevent any lifting, and it's something to file back to every time I do an infill or redesign. So now I'm just getting back onto my design. So this first nail is going to be an ombre. I'm using CXC Cosmetics Pure White here, and I use Sorbet to fade up to it. I'm using in this set CXC Pure White, Crystal and Sorbet, and then I just have a glitter that I also add on there. This next nail is going to be a full nail of Sorbet. So Sorbets are really nice, just pale pinkish colour with a really subtle shimmer. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm really loving it at the moment. And on this next nail, I'm just adding the Sorbet just to that cuticle area, just to finish off that ombre. Next I'm going on to the pink hair, and I'm just adding some sorbet to the cuticle on here. This one's going to be a glitter fade. So I'm just adding it to the cuticle, trying to make it nice and flush. Blending it down towards the tip, and then I'll later come in and add some glitter to that one. The same as the middle finger, the thumb is going to be another ombre, just using pure white and sorbet again. So now I'm just adding that glitter on there. So this one is for the glitter fade. So I'm just placing it on at the tip and then fading it up to the cuticle a little bit. I didn't want it to go too high for this one, so it's just a slight bit just towards the tip and then just slightly faded up. And then the ring finger is a full nail of this glitter. It's a gorgeous whitish pinkish colour. It depends on which light you shine it in as to what you can see, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So now I'm going on to capping the nails, just making sure to encapsulate all of the design, all of the glitter. I won't be encapsulating the pointer finger just as that is just a core powder. It doesn't need it. As long as I've got my apex right, then it's absolutely fine. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just making sure that this again is nice and flush into the cuticle, building that apex where I want it, and just making sure that, especially on the glitter nails, I want to make sure that it's fully covered, just so that I don't file into any of that glitter. So I've just filed them into shape off of camera. It's quite awkward position just to get that filing footage in, and obviously I don't want to start filming my client, so now I'm just finish filing and making sure it's nice and smooth, making sure that the cuticle's how I want it, that the apex is in the right place, making sure I'm not filing into the glitter or the design, and just getting them ready and prepped for top coat. So before I top coat, I always buff. I've not actually filmed it on this, but I always buff them beforehand, just as I find it shows you a more true picture of the nails. You don't get any file lines at all, especially with dark colours. I do this, make sure that I thoroughly go through with buffing, because otherwise with dark colours you can see file lines through it. So here I am just top coating the set. I absolutely love this set. I do like a simple set sometimes, amongst my crazy ones. So I'm just at the moment using my CJP Tack Free Top Gloss, and I'll pop that in my LED lamp for 60 seconds to cure. When they come out, I just give them a little bit of time just so that they can cool down before I apply any cuticle oil, and then it's on to photos. So here is the finished design. Thank you for watching. I hope you like them.